Positive case of coronavirus. Officials believe the woman contracted it while traveling abroad in the last couple of weeks.
Working from home in South
Cornell, live outside the county health
Anders in
department.
Golden Hill, but she's
on
still
Dick
trying to
Tapper, and
figure
we
out
begin
how
this
she
hour with
contracted
our
message
coronavirus.
is well conveyed very clear. The dangers from coronavirus are real.
The first thing that went through my head was I really thought that the academy was done. Like, I didn't think we were going to be able to go through the academy again.
It was 2 days before the academy, so everything's geared to go, everything's dialed up, ready to be in line and prepared, and then get a call saying it's been postponed. You start hearing rumors that, oh, it might be canceled entirely.
I was just thinking it was going to get canceled. Just the unsureness of what was going to happen. I have a 7-year-old daughter, and it was, that was my job. I had already been hired. I'd quit my old job. Finding out that I potentially may not be in the academy due to COVID was pretty heartbreaking.
I didn't know what to think. I didn't know if we were being postponed, canceled, if it was going to be a week, 2 weeks, 2 months.
That kind of anxiety of not knowing when it was going to start, but hoping that it would start.
I thought the dream was over. I thought I needed to start applying to other departments. I didn't know what to do, honestly. But I did keep faith, and eventually that call came. Second best day of my life, and the academy was going to start again.
Then realized that, like, to stay positive, and I've waited this far. I can wait a little bit longer, and that's what I did, and here I am.
Have faith, just gotta stay strong and then just believe in yourself and just keep moving. Just keep the ball rolling. As long as you keep the ball rolling, then something else is gonna happen. Good things fall apart, so better things can fall back together.
I mean, it's just one of those things, like, you just gotta roll with the punches, It's like any EMS call, any fire call, like, you never know what's gonna happen.
The Fire Academy is an 18-week long process, Monday through Friday, every day, for about 8 to 10 hours a day.
You're up at the crack of dawn and you're here late.
It's one of the hardest things I've ever done. It was boggling at how much energy it took, mental, physical.
It's a grind every day. The grinder doesn't care, the instructors don't care if you're sore, if you're tired, if you're hungry, if you haven't studied enough the night before, it's coming, and it's coming at 100 miles per hour, so you better buckle up.
In my own words describing the Fire Academy, I would say it's Groundhog Day. Every day you wake up early, you're tired, you're sore.
You have long workouts in the morning and the didactic portion, a lot of studying, and then on the grinder, it's every day you're working and focusing on the weekends. You're worrying about what's upcoming on the next week, so you can't slip, and you're constantly dedicating every day.
Just getting beat up at the academy and going home, and then getting beat up mentally, that's studying and constantly going over what you just went over that day in the academy.
It's definitely a grind, physically, mentally, all the above.
This academy really challenges you and lets you find out who you really are.
Growing up and being part of an explorer cadet, this is pretty much all I was the way I was raised. So actually being part of a family now that actually love doing the same thing, part of being in San Diego, knowing that the outcome is going to be being a professional firefighter and living my dream, being out there and just pinching myself because it was the real dream. I felt like it's too good to be true.
Getting through this academy, you come out as a totally different person, and I think it's great.
There's always something to prepare for. It's your life. True. I mean, that's how it is. It becomes who you are for that 18 weeks. The only thing you think about is academy. What you're going to do tomorrow, What are you gonna do in the next 10 minutes? How long do you have to prepare for something? Because there's always something new coming up. And as soon as you think you got it figured out, there's something else, and you forgot something, and that's the scariest part.
And I would say it's really important to reinforce your relationship prior to the start of the academy. Let your partner or whoever your family know that you really are there for them, and you just won't be there with them for 4 months or so. And once this is over, you'll be able to give it all back and even more.
One thing that also helped me push through is every night that I came home, she was the first one to greet me. It was my daughter. So that was another little thing I always look forward to.
The hardest thing to me, to be honest, was not having my grandpa with me. I would always go to him about where I'm applying, how I'm doing in the process. And he passed away last year, and it was tough. And you know, I think about him every day, and every time as days go on, as days get closer to getting the badge, I really can't help but to think of him and you know, kind of dedicate what I'm doing to him.
The Fire Academy can be very serious because the job is very serious, but it's also very enjoyable. And as recruits, we're learning things that we've wanted to learn and do for most of our lives.
Something that I look forward to from this fire family is being able to be out in the ranks and work with pretty much lifelong mentors of mine.
But I love it, you know? It's fun. You got a great group of instructors, you got a great group of guys and girls that you're with. And the only reason is because you love it.
From the youngest guy, 21, to the oldest guy, 36 years old, it was just fluid and we all worked well together and we became like best friends.
I've never had this type of camaraderie before, and my academy mates, they've got my back, and I've got their back, and I would go to hell and back with my academy mates. It's just an amazing thing to be a part of.
To me, the academy is, like many have said, a grind, day in, day out, working your butt off, putting everything you have into it, hoping you get a reward at the end. And I loved every second of it.
And it was the most fun. Definitely never want to do it again. I want to keep training, getting better, but it was worth it all.